This video is especially for the women who are attending the Midlife Women's Retreat in Irvine here in Southern California on Saturday, April 18. This video is entitled, You're Only 50. So it's really for anybody who is around 50. This is a midlife mission that we are on. This retreat is open to any woman in midlife who wants to maximize midlife, who wants to make the most of the second half of life that we are either already in or about to begin. I myself, I'm 49. So I am right there on the brink of 50. I find that I'm doing a lot of things differently. In this short video series, these videos are meant to prepare the women coming to the retreat to get in the right mindset and heart posture to maximize the one day that we have together at the Embassy Suites in Irvine. Those of you who can't join us on April 18, you are invited, you are welcome to follow this series with us and answer the prompts for yourself. This is meant to be a self-guided, self-paced invitation for you to maximize your midlife. So why is this video called You're Only 50? As I talk to you, it is about 11 o'clock in the morning. I am going to be putting together my mid-afternoon snack. This actually might be my lunch. It is overnight oats soaked in oat milk with chia seeds. So I wanted to show you as I talk to you today how to do this yourself because it is so easy and it really is filling enough and I think nutritious enough to serve as a meal in a cup. So what I'm gonna do is add, this has been soaking in my fridge overnight. I just took it out and what I'm gonna do is add 2 more kinds of seeds. There's already chia seeds inside. These are just organic chia seeds from Trader Joe's. I'm going to add hemp seed right here, also from Trader Joe's. I'm going to add flaxseed meal, also from Trader Joe's. I guess Trader Joe's is sponsoring today's video. I don't measure very carefully. I just put in, this is a half teaspoon. I just put in a few of these. I probably put in like 4 of these. So I probably end up with about 2 tablespoons of hemp seeds. Hemp seeds, if you don't know, they have protein. So the bag even says what nutrition you'll get through hemp seeds. It says 10 grams of protein, 2.5 grams of omega-3. We all need omega-3. 8.5 grams of omega-8 fatty acids. That is per 3 tablespoons. So I did not put in 3 tablespoons. I only put in a fraction of that. I think 3 tablespoons is a lot. But you can also put hemp seeds in your salad. Okay, next I always put in a couple of teaspoons of flaxseed. Flaxseed looks like powder. It's ground flaxseed meal. I just realized that hemp seed and flaxseed need to be refrigerated for like a month. I was keeping them in my pantry. I just noticed that it says refrigerate after opening. So now I keep them in the refrigerator. As you can see, there's quite a lot of dry, it looks like powder, sitting on top of my overnight oats and my chia seed. So the more you add in, the more it's gonna change the texture of your overnight oats. If you're okay with a very grainy texture, I'm just gonna mix it up. That's how I eat it. I don't mind tasting a lot of the seeds that I just put in. The one thing I'm also gonna add for flavor and for nutritional value is cinnamon. So this is Ceylon cinnamon powder. Apparently there are different kinds of cinnamon. I didn't know, but my mom gave me this bag. I like to put more cinnamon because I really love the flavor of cinnamon. And I'm just gonna mix it in there. As I do that, I want to tell you one thing I did before I turned the camera on. That is, I toasted some walnuts, also from Trader Joe's, in my toaster oven. I just put it on a sheet of aluminum foil and I toasted it on 7 for, I think it takes about 4 minutes. It comes out with a really great toasted flavor. What I do, let me grab my half a banana and a knife. Banana walnut is a classic flavor. So I like to add in my banana with my toasted walnuts. I just use half a banana because banana has quite a lot of sugar. That banana actually serves as my sweetener. I do not add agave. I do not add honey. The only other sugar that I sometimes use in my overnight oats is vanilla yogurt, protein yogurt. So that is sweet. I find that the banana itself serves as enough of a sweetener. And I just add in my walnuts. I just mix it all up. Sometimes I'll add in blueberries and strawberries and green apples. That tastes yummy too. Today I'm not going to, I'm just gonna go with banana walnut. This, see how it expands? It now fills the whole cup. This is a great breakfast. Today it's gonna be my lunch. I prepped a bunch of salad this morning too, but I think I'll save that for dinner. Sisters, you're only 50. This morning I was writing in my journal and I was thinking about 50 as a beginning because it's easy to approach midlife with a doom and gloom attitude. Like, have you ever looked in the mirror in the morning? You realize that you're looking more and more like your mom. Not a bad thing because most of us love our moms. It's a good thing to resemble your mom. What I mean is you recognize the age, the lines, the wisdom in the wrinkles that are starting to show. You realize a lot of time has passed. You're not young anymore. I want to say that we are not young, we're not old. We are not old. We still have what I like to think of a second lifetime ahead of us. If you're following me on Facebook, I have been posting videos about my own processing of my midlife. I started right before I turned 49. A dawning happened in my senses, this awakening to realize I am almost 50. I can either look at it like I'm almost 50, I'm old, or I can look at it like, dang, I have endured almost 50 years of life. If you think about, this is what I was writing about this morning in my journal, if you think about everything you have handled over the last 5 decades, everything you have endured, everything you have overcome, there is a lot to celebrate. Congratulations to all of us who have made it this far, because we went through a lot. If you think about everything you handled and endured and overcame in childhood, everything from the mistakes that our parents made in raising us, maybe some hard words that were said to us by the people who love us. We still remember those words. We still deal with that voice. We have to still talk ourselves into a healthy and positive state of mind. You have endured a lot of words that have been said to you by teachers, coaches, parents, uncles, aunties, piano teachers, competition judges. You have made it through childhood. If you think about everything you endured through the teenage years, oh my gosh, the teenage years where we were just on this huge search for security, for significance, for self-worth. We have come out on the other side of those teenage years where we were so unsure of who we were and who we wanted to be. We were looking for approval, looking for acceptance, looking for affirmation, sometimes in all the wrong places by all the wrong people. Yet you have come out on the other side of the bad skin years, the bullying. There were a lot of obstacles in our adolescent years that we endured and overcame. I'm not going to say that some of us are not still battling bad skin, bullying. We are still battling some demons, all of us. Regardless, you are no longer a teenager. You have grown, you have matured. Now we are better for it. Most of us went to college. That was a whole nother life stage to endure and to overcome. We were trying to figure out what to do with our lives, what to do to make money, to make a living. We were trying to manage tests, papers, projects, lectures, block schedules, office hours, while navigating a very active social life, I hope. Some of our best friends were made in college. My bridesmaids were my college roommates. We endured the sweetmates that walked in drunk at 2 o'clock in the morning. Or maybe you were the sweetmate that walked in drunk at 2 o'clock in the morning. No judgment. College was a blast. Some of us experienced our first heartaches in college. Our first loves. My first love was in college. We were seeking God in college. What do you want to do with my life, God? What are you calling me to do? I thought at one point that I wanted to go into formal ministry. I was praying about entering formal ministry. I actually did for a little while, children's ministry, but there were a period of years where that's all I wanted to do. I joke that I majored in ministry in college. I minored in communication, which was my major. How about you? If you think back to everything you endured, everything you handled, everything you overcame in college, we did enough to earn the college degree. We went to enough lectures. We passed enough tests. We did what we needed to do to survive it and even to thrive through it and to come out on the other side with a degree that will maybe get us a job. Then some of us started working right away. I went to work at a marketing company. A lot of my friends went off to grad school, dental school, medical school, law school. That was a lot as well. I mean, if you went through graduate school, high five. That's amazing and awesome. So, friends, here we are with so much to celebrate, so many wins behind us. Here we are to begin again. You're only 50. What do you want to do with your second lifetime? What do you want to try now? I think it's so awesome that we are not starting from scratch this time. We are not learning how to talk and how to walk and how to feed ourselves and give ourselves baths and how to read, how to write. We have so much to build on at 50, around 50. I'm on this personal journey, what I'm calling a midlife mission, to dream again, to imagine again, to begin again, not from scratch, to build on what I've already done. Now we are educated. We have matured. We have experiences, life experience to inform this second half of life. Some people call it the second act. The reality is we don't have another 50 years. Most of us don't. Unless you're sure you're going to live to 100. Right? The average lifespan I read is 78. I think women might live a little longer. I think the average lifespan is 78. If we're 50, we have 20 to 30 more years. 20 to 30 years is less than 50, it's long enough to do something great. It's long enough to start something. It's long enough to try something that you were too unprepared or immature or afraid to start when you were in your 20s. And what is so cool is I think now at 50, we are more emotionally resilient. We've gone through a lot of crap. We know that we are survivors. Whatever we've already endured and survived, we will endure and survive again. Anything could happen with our children. Anything could happen with our health. Anything could happen with our parents. A lot of us are in that sandwich generation where we are caring for our children still, even if they're in college or married. We are also caring for our aging parents. I am. My mother lives with me. Although she still has a lot of life and independence in her, I know that could change with one fall, with one accident, with one doctor's appointment. So we are not going to take for granted the 20 to 30 years that we have left, God willing. Only God knows exactly how many days we have. I am determined to use every day to its fullest. I am determined to document this time of my life, which is why I make videos, because when my kids go through their midlife and go through their 40s and 50s and 60s, I want them to see how we, you and me, went through it. I am determined to give them a positive role model, to set a positive precedence for them to follow. I'm going to leave it here. My takeaway today is to think about, what do you now know in midlife that you have learned from the first half of life? What have you learned from the first half of life that will help you grow through the second half of life? That is a journaling question that the women coming to the retreat in April are going to answer. The reason I am telling you sisters coming to the retreat now is because I want to give you lead time to think about how you would answer that question. That question will appear in the program that you will receive at the retreat. If you want to sit down with your journal and begin answering that question now before the retreat, do it. I want you to put as much thought into this question as possible so that you get an answer that is actually helpful and executable and actionable. So again, the question is, what have you learned from the first half of your life that will help you through the second half of your life? You don't have to write in complete sentences when you're journaling. You don't need fully formed thoughts. You don't need correct grammar and punctuation and spelling. Nobody's reading your journal except for you. Be vulnerable. Be honest about the hardest lessons you've learned in the first half of your life, the painful lessons, also the most beautiful and true and good lessons that you want to continue to apply to the second half of your life. In the next video, I am going to answer that question for myself. I'm going to share with you my own answer to that question. And I hope that when that video is published, which will be published on this YouTube channel. So subscribe to this channel if you want to get notified when I post my answer to that question. I hope that you have an answer to that question too, because the Midlife Mission is a community. The whole reason I am documenting this season of my life is for you. It's so we can go through it together. If I was just going to go through this myself, I don't need a video. I don't need a viewer I don't need somebody on the receiving end of this recording. I don't want to go through midlife alone. I don't want to get old alone. I want to grow old together with you in a like-minded community of Christian sisters who intend to make the most of the second half of our lives. That's the intent, that's the vision, that is the midlife mission. Sisters, I hope you take some time to ponder that question. I will see you in the next video. Bye.